Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is one very dear to me. We're going to be talking about FZERO. Now there isn't one in the make, but a couple days ago I heard a story talking about Shigeru Miyamoto's comment about FZERO. And it wasn't a comment that left me feeling comforted for the future of FZERO. He didn't understand why people would want another one. I mean, this just bugs me because, hello, Mr. Miyamoto, do you know about the internet? If you were to more closely examine it, there are a lot of people out there that really want this game. And not just this game, it's not just a matter of being a fan of FZERO. There are a lot of people out there that are a fan of this genre in general, whether it be Wipeout, Extreme G, and the gameplay that I'm showing right now is of Fast Racing RMX, which is a port of the Wii U version, Fast Racing Neo. Both games are amazing, they're pretty much the same, they added a few new tracks and whatnot, but I feel like, as a side note, this was a missed opportunity for Nintendo to kind of throw some of their branding into the game by having a Blue Falcon rendition of one of the vehicles. But back onto topic. I feel it's disturbing that Mr. Miyamoto would make a comment like this, especially when in the past they have made references to FZERO in other games. When the Wii U was originally bundled with Nintendo Land, and one of the mini games was an FZERO game, there was an outcry then. Is there gonna be an FZERO coming soon? Then later, when Mario Kart 8 came out, amazing game, they started doing some really cool branding in that game with Mercedes buying into it. It was amazing and surprised us all. But then they added the FZERO tracks and the FZERO kart. Not to mention that your Captain Falcon amiibo would give your Mii Captain Falcon's costume. Just completely adding to that flavor, that desire. And again, a huge outcry for when FZERO was coming. So to say that you don't understand why we want this game is kind of ignorant and insulting for us Nintendo fans. And this is with all due respect to Mr. Miyamoto. I respect him immensely, but an FZERO needs to come, and I'm like super stoked for this Star Fox racing game, but I still feel that there is a space for FZERO. Now there's a few things that Nintendo could do at this juncture. They could create a studio that works on FZERO, or give out those rights to another studio like they did with Sega and FZERO GX, and you could call it a day there. Sega did an incredible job with FZERO GX, even changing the way FZERO plays. It was far beyond what was on the 64. The 64 was great, mind you, but this version was just, it was faster, it was more beautiful, the sense of speed was on point, and the level design was out of this world. Really, I feel that GX sculpted a lot of these new futuristic racers into what they are now. And I look at a game like Fast Racing Neo, and it's super apparent that they had influence from the FZERO series. Now you can also tell that there's influence from the Wipeout series whilst implementing their own style and flavor. But the music, the sense of speed, the visuals, it was high quality just like FZERO GX. But going forward, I believe that the FZERO series needs a revamp. I just feel like it needs a more serious approach. There is something oddly dinky about the vehicles in FZERO, and I know that's something that's been there from the start, and some people might argue with me that that shouldn't change. You know, it is what FZERO is, but I feel like there's still the ability to, at least in some regards, advance the series visually. Not just graphically, but visually. Like, I want to see some changes. I don't want to see it look so cartoony, so to speak. I really like the ideas that the FZERO series brings to the table, but there are other series that make me want elements of them in FZERO, like Wipeout with its weapons. I don't know if FZERO could ever have weapons. I think that that's kind of going outside of the realm of what FZERO stands for. It's supposed to be fast-paced gameplay with incredible need for your reflexes to be on point. That's one of the reasons I truly like Fast Racing RMX. And I would recommend this game for anyone who is itching for FZERO, because at $20, it's a steal. The changing of colors to meet different boost pads is really cool. It almost makes it like a futuristic racing game meets a rhythm game. So going forward, I'm interested to see how they change it up, how they turn heads with this new FZERO. Because whether Nintendo wants to see it or not, people want this game. I want this game. I've wanted this game since F-Zero GX. I wanted one on the Wii. I wanted one on the Wii U. We are over 15 years later and still chomping at the bit waiting for an F-Zero. Now the other option, and this is why I'm bringing up Fast Racing RMX so much, is because developer Shinen Studios clearly knows what they're doing when it comes to this type of game. They've shown that abundantly with Fast RMX. The fact that the game looks as gorgeous as it does, runs as beautifully as it does, has a stellar original soundtrack, which is something that's a trademark to this genre. In fact, let's take a little full-fat listen to the soundtrack right now. It's also less than a gigabyte. Now, I'm not saying that we want to see you guys cut corners with F-Zero visually, because I can tell where they have cut to make this file size so small. But with F-Zero, because it's a long-standing series, I expect a whole lot more. I expect to be blown away, and to work with a company like Shinen Studios would be a home run. Yes, it would be nice to work with a bigger company like Sega, because everybody knows Sega. Everyone, well, I wouldn't say everyone trusts, but you can trust in Sega when working with Nintendo to make a great game. That being said, I think that a partnership with Shinen would just be cost effective. Either way, I'm confident that Nintendo would make the right choice. We just need them to see that F-Zero is a very much loved and a very much wanted series. Anyway guys, that does it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like and sub if you aren't already, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the potential of a new F-Zero and what you might expect from the game. And I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.